Yes, good afternoon to all of you. My voice is clear. Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, let we start the lecture. Yes, screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yesterday, what we have discussed? We have discussed the types of electric vehicles and electric vehicles market scenario. Is it clear? So already we have discussed market scenario in India as well as outside of the India. Okay, what are the challenges for increasing the electrical vehicle industry in India? Okay, what are the government of India is giving initiative to for boosting the electrical vehicle industry. Initiative for boosting the electrical vehicle industry. Clear? So also we have seen the what India has to put focus for increasing the electric vehicle industry. What India needs to focus to boosting electric vehicle industry. Okay, also we have seen the future prospects. And now today we are going to discuss types of electric motors. Types of electric motors. What types of electric motors we are going to use in the vehicles? Okay, electric vehicles are not something new in this world. Okay, electric vehicles are not something new in this world, but with the technological advancement and increase the concern under controlling the pollution has given it a tag of future mobility. Is there any new for this world? Electric vehicle is new or old? ये कुछ न्यू है क्या? नया इन्वेंशन तो नहीं है ना? Actually, electrical vehicle was invented in the 18th century. Electrical vehicle was invented in the 18th century. But in 21st century, okay, in 20th century, we are discussing about the electric vehicle because that time we are not having any technology. That time we are not having the technology. That's why the electric vehicle was not much popular that time. Clear? So nowadays the technology has been increased. Nowadays the technology has been increased. So that's why accordingly we are all are the thinking about the electric motors in 20th century. Is it clear? That's why the world is going to thinking about the electric motor, electric vehicles because of increasing the technology. Okay, technology means in order to storage of electrical energy, in order to conversion of electrical energy, in order to control of power. Okay, so that's why we are due to the increasing of technology. So we are talking about the electric vehicles nowadays. So the main core element of the electrical vehicle is which one is the core element in the electric vehicle? Which part is the core component in the electric vehicle? Core element in the electric vehicle is electrical motor. Is it right or not? Electrical motor is the core element. Is it clear? Say yes or no. I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so core element of the electrical vehicle apart from the electrical vehicle batteries, okay, is the electrical motor, which is replaced by the electric IC engine, which is replaced by the IC engine. Okay, the rapid development in the field of power electronics and control techniques has created a space for various types of electrical motors to be used in the electric vehicles. Okay, so what we are going to discuss here, because in previous, okay, in previous we are going only DC motors. We are using only DC motors. Okay, because that time we are not having any much technology to control the power. So that's why only we are using the DC motors. But nowadays, the power electronic control technology is increased. The power electronic control technology is increased. So due to this, we have a number of options to use the motors. We have a number of options to use the motor. Is it clear? Is if we don't have any technology, then there is no choice. Only whatever the available motor is there, that motor can be used. But we have a choices. We have a technology to control the power, so definitely we are seeing the ultimately for other choice of motors. Okay. The electric motors used for automotive application should have the characteristics like high starting torque, high power density, good efficiency, and so on, etc. Means what we can say, the electric motors used for the automotive application should have some characteristics, should fulfill the some characteristics like high starting torque, okay, high power density, high efficiency, okay, maintenance should be low, cost should be low. Clear? Okay, all these characters should be fulfilled by the electrical motors. So let's see the what are the various types of electrical motors used in the electric vehicles. What are the various types of electrical motors used in the electric vehicles? Which one? कौन सा मोटर्स यूज कर सकते हैं अपन? इट इज ऑन द स्क्रीन. कौन सा मोटर यूज कर सकते हैं? What are the types of motors? Please, can you read anyone on the screen? It is in on the screen.
DC series motor,
Yes. Yes, DC series motor. Second one.
brushless DC motor,
Yes. Second one, the brushless DC motor. Third one.
permanent magnet synchronous motor,
Yes. Permanent magnet synchronous motor. Fourth one.
three-phase AC induction motor,
Yes. Fifth one.
switched reluctance motor.
Yes, switched reluctance motors. Okay, these are the mostly 5 types of motors we are going to use in the electric vehicles. Clear? So DC series motor, brushless DC motor, DC series motor, brushless DC motor, permanent magnet synchronous motors, and three-phase induction motor and switched reluctance motor. Okay, first we will see the DC series motors. Why we are using the DC series motor? Okay, it is having the high starting torque. It is having the high starting torque. Okay, generally the DC motor is having two parts. One is the armature winding, one is the field winding. Armature winding and the field winding. Okay, so whatever, we are not going to the construction of the DC motors. Just we will look into this. It will provide the high starting torque capability of the DC series motor. Okay, due to this, the DC series motor makes it is suitable option for the traction applications. Okay, due to the high starting torque, the DC series motor is suitable option for the traction applications. It was the most widely used motor for traction applications in the early 1900s. So in 19th century, the DC motors are most preferable choice for any vehicle, for any applications or for any industry. Okay, because in 19th century we have not any much technology to control the power. Okay, so for DC motor, speed controlling is very easy than the other motors. Okay, for controlling the speed of the DC motors is very easy than the other motors. That's why that time only DC motor is the choice for using the uh, in any industry. In any industry, the advantage of this motor are easy and speed control. Okay, easy to speed control, and it can also withstand a sudden increase in the load. Means what we can say, कभी कभी लोड सडनली इंक्रीज हो सकता है, कि नहीं हो सकता है.
Yes, sir.
ओके, सडनली अगर लोड इंक्रीज हो गया है तो द दिस मोटर शुड विल इंक्रीज द हाई करंट. ओके, दिस मोटर विल रिसीव द हाई करंट. Okay, due to the flow of high current through the winding, due to the flow of this much of high current in the winding what will happening will be damaged. The winding will be blow. So the winding will be glow. So winding क्या हो जाएगा, जल जाएगा, बर्निंग हो जाएगा. क्लियर. सो वाइंडिंग बर्न हो गए तो क्या हो जाएगा, मोटर डैमेज होने के चांसेस है. इज इट क्लियर. वाइंडिंग बर्न हो गए तो मोटर डैमेज हो जाएगा ना, होगा कि नहीं होगा.
Yes, sir.
तो इसलिए क्या होता है, सो कभी कभी लोड इंक्रीज हो गए तो क्या हो जाएगा, तो लोड इंक्रीज मीन्स इट विल रिसीव द हाई करंट. Okay, whenever the high current is flowing through the motor windings, so then what will happening, ultimately the winding will be burned. So but whenever the winding will be burned, the motor is going to be damaged. The motor is going to be damaged. So but the DC motor can withstand if any higher load is increased suddenly. Okay, that is also one of the main advantages. Okay, it can withstand means इसके पास स्टैमिना रहता है, कभी कभी लोड इंक्रीज हो तो भी इट कैन हैव द कैपेबिलिटी टू रन द लोड. ओके, so all these characteristics make it an ideal traction motor. So due to fulfill all these advantages, the DC motors or DC series motor is best choice for using the in any industry. But it has some drawbacks. What is that? The main drawback of the DC series motor is high maintenance due to the brushes and commutators, because the DC motor is having the some mechanical parts extra. The DC series motor, DC motors is having the some mechanical parts like commutator and brushes, commutator and brushes. The brushes will receive the current from the supply and it will transfer to the rotor. Clear. And it will take the supply from the rotor and it will give to the it will feed back to the supply lines. So means when the DC motor is act as a generator, clear, the brushes will plays a key role. The brushes will plays a key role in order to receive the supply from the main supply or in order to give supply to the main supply. सप्लाई से है ले सकते हैं और बेच भी सकते हैं, ले सकते हो दे सकते हो थ्रू द ब्रशेस. तो कम्यूटेटर क्या करता है, कम्यूटेटर इट विल कन्वर्ट फ्रॉम एसी टू डीसी और डीसी टू एसी. Okay, that is depends upon the working machine. When it is operated as a generator, okay, the commutator will act as a converter. It will convert from AC to DC. When it will act as a motor, okay, it will act as a inverter, AC to DC. Okay, like this accordingly. So we are not going for the construction of the motors, but simply what we can say here, it is having the two extra components, commutator and brushes. Due to the presence of commutator and brushes, the weight of the motor is increased. Okay, weight of the motor is increased and the size of the motor is also increased. Okay, as well as the cost of the motor is also increased. The cost of the motor is also increased. ओके, लेट्स सी. ओनली कम्यूटेटर और ब्रशेस प्रेजेंस होने से क्या होता है, एक तो कॉस्ट बढ़ जाता है और एक मैकेनिकल कंपोनेंट इंक्रीज हो गया तो क्या हो जाएगा, साइज भी बढ़ जाता है, उसका वेट भी बढ़ जाता है. बढ़ेगा नहीं बढ़ेगा, ये कंपोनेंट एक्स्ट्रा ऐड किया तो उसका क्या साइज बढ़ेगा और वेट भी बढ़ेगा ना.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's why this is the one of the main drawback of the DC motors. Okay, due to this presence of commutator and brushes, the weight, cost, and size of the motor is increased. These are the drawbacks. Okay, and one more thing, due to increasing the any extra component in anywhere, so what will happening? The maintenance is also increased. The maintenance is also increased. Is it clear? So that's why these are the drawbacks of the DC series motor. So anyhow, so still the DC motors are using in the railway engines. Still the DC series motors are using the railway engines. Railway engine में DC series motor क्यों prefer करते हैं? Because it will provide the very high starting torque. Because it will provide the high starting torque. Because railway में इनिशियली बहुत टार्क रिक्वायरमेंट होता है. इज इट क्लियर? लोड बहुत ज्यादा रहता है ना रेलवे इंजन. अगर नंबर ऑफ हेवी लोड रहता है खींचने के लिए स्टार्टिंग में, तो हेवी स्टार्टिंग टार्क रिक्वायरमेंट रहेगा ना. रहते नहीं रहते स्टार्टिंग में. रेलवे में कभी जर्नी की है क्या आपने? हेलो, से यस सर नो. इनिशियली स्टार्टिंग में रेलवे जब वो स्टार्ट करते हैं अपन, तो it should pull the very high load. It should pull the very high load. So to pull this high load, okay, the motor, whatever motor is using the engine, that motor should provide the high starting torque, should provide the high torque. Okay, so high torque, which motor can fulfill? The DC series motor. That's why in still the railway engines are using the DC series motors till now. Clear? So these are the applications of DC series motor. These are the applications of the DC series motor. Okay, railway engines we are using, in lifts also we are using, in drilling machines, in a conveyors, and at the same time we are using the in cranes also. We can use in cranes also because it is also having the highest torque. Okay. Next one is the brushless DC motors. Next one is the brushless DC motors. So brushless DC motor also is similar to the DC motors, but it can work on the AC. Brushless DC motor can work on the AC because one only difference is the it will not have any commutators and brushes. It will not have any commutators and brushes. Clear? It is similar to the DC motor with permanent magnets. It is called as a brushless DC because it does not have any commutator and brushes. It does not have any commutator and brushes. Okay, the commutation is done electronically in this motor. So how it will convert from AC to DC, DC to AC? We are using the converter before giving the supply. Clear? Before giving to the supply, before giving supply to the motor, so we are using the one converter here. Okay, through this converter we are converting the power electronically. Clear? But in the case of DC motors, the commutator will work as a converters. The commutator is work as a converter. That is the mechanical conversion is going to done in the commutator in the DC motors. Okay, but in the case of brushless DC motor, we are using the converter. Okay. So brushless DC motor have traction characteristics like high starting torque, high efficiency around the 95 to 98%. Okay, it is also having the high starting torque, but not much than the DC motors. Clear? So brushless DC motors also having the high power density. Okay, brushless DC motor also most preferred motor for the electric vehicles application due to its traction characteristics. Okay, so brushless DC motor is the most choice for the two-wheelers. Brushless DC motor is most choice for the two-wheelers in the electric vehicles. Clear? Because it is also having the high starting torque, it is also having the high power density, also it is giving the high efficiency, also it is giving the high efficiency, it is providing the high efficiency. Okay, due to all these advantages, the brushless DC motor is best choice for the two-wheeler electric vehicles. Clear? So the brushless DC motors are further classified into two types. The brushless DC motors are further classified into two types. One is the out runner type brushless DC motors, and the second one is the in runner type brushless DC motor. Okay, out runner type brushless DC motor is nothing but in this type the rotor of the motor is present outside and the stator is present inside. The rotor is present outside and the stator is present inside. Is it clear? रोटर आउटसाइड में प्रेजेंट रहता है, स्टेटर इनसाइड में प्रेजेंट रहता है. इट इज आल्सो कॉल्ड एज हब मोटर्स. इट इज आल्सो कॉल्ड एज हब मोटर्स. It is also called as the hub motors because the wheel is directly connected to the exterior rotor. Okay, यहाँ पे इस ड्रम में अपन मोटर यूज कर सकते हैं. अपन इस ड्रम में मोटर यूज कर सकते हैं. जस्ट वेट. Yes, sorry for that. Yes, sorry. Okay, that brush out runner type brushless DC motor is also can be used in the hub of the wheel. Okay, hub of the wheel. The wheel directly is connected to the out runner type brushless DC motor. Okay, here we are using the brushless DC motor. Okay, this type of motor does not require any external gear system. Okay, in a few cases, the motor itself has inbuilt planetary gears. This motor makes the overall vehicle less bulky as it does not require any gear system. Okay, so it is also eliminates the space required for mounting on the motor. There is a restriction on the motor dimensions which limits the power output in the in runner configuration. So see here, we can use the directly in the wheel of the vehicle. Okay, how or hub of the vehicle. So it doesn't require any extra space for mounting on the vehicle. It doesn't require any extra space. Is it clear? So but it has some limits. What is that limit? Means it should have the some dimensions. It should have the some dimensions. मीन्स व्हील में जितना स्पेस है उसका अकॉर्डिंग अपन को डिजाइन करना पड़ता है. मोटर को उसका अकॉर्डिंग डिजाइन करना पड़ता है. इट इज क्लियर? So this motor is widely preferred by the this motor is widely preferred by the electric cycle manufacturer like Helical, Tronex or Sparrow, light speed bicycles, etc. Okay, means light weight vehicles we can use this type of motors. In runner type brushless DC motors. In runner type brushless DC motor means like this. Okay, this is the in runner type brushless DC motors. Okay, in this one, the motor is present in the rotor of the motor is present inside and the stator is outside. Okay, the rotor is present inside and the stator is present outside of the motor, like a normal motors. Okay, in DC motor also the rotor is present inside and the stator is present outside. In induction motor also the rotor is present inside and the stator is present outside. Rotor inside and stator is outside. So like this same here also, the in runner type brushless DC motor is having the stator and rotor. Okay, the rotor is inside and stator is outside. Okay, this motor require an external transmission system. This motor is requires external transmission system. Okay, to move this wheel, to move this wheel, the motor should start. The motor should start. Okay, this motor and wheel should be connected through some mechanical transmission. Okay, this motor, the shaft of this motor and the wheel of the vehicle can be connected through the some mechanical transmission by designing the some gear transmission system, gearbox system, okay, gear ratio system. But in the case of outrunner type brushless DC motor, it doesn't require any mechanical transmission system. It doesn't require any mechanical transmission system because the wheel is directly connected to the motor. Okay, but in the case of in runner type brushless DC motor, the motor is mounted on the separate space in the vehicle. Okay, and this motor and wheel is connected through the some mechanical transmission. This motor and vehicle, the wheel of the vehicle is connected through the some mechanical transmission by using the some gear ratio, by using the some gear ratio system. Is it clear? Have you got the
Yes,
point?
sir.
Okay. So mostly where we can use this in runner type brushless DC motor, mostly we are giving the preferred two wheelers. Mostly we are giving the preferred two wheeler bikes. ओके, टू व्हीलर बाइक में यूज कर सकते हैं. अगर स्मॉल साइज फोर व्हीलर व्हीकल में भी यूज कर सकते हैं अपन. स्मॉल साइज मतलब आल्टो है, ओके, रिनॉल्ट क्यूड है, मतलब ये स्मॉल साइज फोर व्हीलर्स है. So in that vehicles also, four wheelers also, we can use the brushless DC motors. Is it clear? So mostly what we can say, mm, the brushless DC motor in runner type we can use in the two-wheeler bikes, electric vehicle. Okay, concept is clear. Is it okay, please, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next, what is the third one? Third one, which one?
Permanent magnet synchronous motor.
Yes, permanent magnet synchronous motor. Only one student or two students is giving the answer. What about the others? Whether they are listening or not? Boys? Boys? Hello? Okay, please give the response whenever I'm asking. Then only I can understand whether the students are listening or not. Okay, so whatever. Third one is the permanent magnet synchronous motor. This motor is also similar to the brushless DC motor, which has permanent magnets on the rotor. Permanent magnets on the rotor. Clear? So I think this is the simple permanent magnet synchronous motor. Okay, इसका कंस्ट्रक्शन ऐसा रहता है. This is the rotor part. Okay, this is the rotor circuit, means the rotor is present inside of the motor. Okay, and this is the stator part. This is the stator part. The stator is present outside of the motor. Okay, and the rotor is present inside of the motor. Okay, so it is also same as the brushless DC motor. Okay, the rotor is having the permanent magnets. The rotor is having the permanent magnets. Okay, so no need to give any external supply to this rotor circuit. No need to give any external circuit to this rotor circuit. But in the case of DC motors, we have to give the supply to the stator winding as well as the rotor winding. Both windings we have to excite. Both windings we have to excitement. Excitement means we have to give the supply to the both windings, stator winding as well as rotor winding, means armature winding as well as field winding. Clear? So, but in the case of permanent magnet synchronous motor, only we are giving the supply to the stator windings, stator coils. These are the coils. This yellow color दिख रहा है क्या? Yellow color दिख रहा है इधर? Yellow color means windings. Windings are provided on the stator coils. Okay, stator parts, stator teeths. Okay, and the rotor is having the permanent magnets. These are the orange color is showing the permanent magnets on the rotor circuit, and this is the shaft. Clear? So the permanent magnet synchronous motor is also having the same characteristics of the brushless DC motor. Okay, it is also having the high power density. Okay, the difference is that permanent magnet synchronous motor will provide the sinusoidal EMF, but in the case of brushless DC motor will provide the trapezoidal EMF. Clear? So permanent magnet synchronous motor is the best choice for the high performance applications like cars, buses. Okay, high power high power applications like cars and buses. Okay, despite the high cost, permanent magnets is providing the stiff competition for the induction motors. Okay, अगर कास्ट छोड़ दिया तो अपन क्या हो जाएगा, परमानेंट मैग्नेट सिंक्रोनस मोटर विल प्रोवाइड द हाई competition for the induction motor. Permanent magnet synchronous motor is having the high cost compared with the induction motor. अगर कास्ट अगर नहीं पकड़ा है तो it will provide the stiff competition, means high competition for the induction motors. Okay, this permanent magnet synchronous motor can be used in the these companies in four-wheeler cars, Toyota Prius, Chevrolet Bolt electric vehicle, Ford Focus electric way, Zero motorcycles, okay, and Nissan Leaf electric cars, Honda Accord, BMW i3, okay. So these are the companies are using the permanent magnet synchronous motor in the electric vehicles. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here one more thing. So you can arise the question. So how this rotor will rotate, sir? If we are not giving any supply to this rotor, so how this rotor will rotates? Motor start means rotor should be rotate. Is it clear or not? Rotor should be rotate. Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
So how this rotor is rotates? We are not giving any supply to this rotor circuit. Supply देते क्या अपन any rotor circuit पे? Only we are giving the supply to these stator coils. So here, for example, just look into this. I'm not going to brief operation of the operating principle of this one. Just I will give you the idea. Just look into this one. Okay. See here, the position of the rotor teeth, position of the rotor circuit like this. Okay. So यहाँ पर the position of this magnet is half of the part is outside, okay, in the air gap, and half of the part is near the this coil, stator coil. Is it yes or no? उसका पोजीशन देखना इधर. इसका पोजीशन ऐसे है ना, ऐसे ऐसे ना, half of the part near this coil and remaining half of the part this near this coil. So what will happening here, whenever this coil is excited, okay, this coil is attracted to this pole. This coil is attracted to this pole in this direction. Okay, at a time this coil and this coil should be excited. When this coil is excited, then what will happening? It will attract this pole. Okay, it will attract this pole. For example, यहाँ पे अपन मैंने एक नॉर्थ पोल रखा है, यहाँ पे एक नॉर्थ पोल रखा है, तो यहाँ पे मैंने क्या प्रोवाइड किया, एक साउथ पोल है, एक साउथ पोल है. सो जैसे ये नॉर्थ पोल एक्साइटमेंट होगा, इट विल अट्रैक्ट द साउथ पोल और नॉट. मैग्नेट्स
Yes, sir.
अट्रैक्ट होता नहीं होता है. जैसे ये कॉइल एक्साइटमेंट हो गया है, तो दिस कॉइल, व्हेनेवर दिस कॉइल इज एक्साइटेड, इट विल एक्ट एज ए नॉर्थ पोल. Okay, so immediately what will happening, this coil will be attracted this teeth, okay, this magnet. So then what will happening, this teeth will be moves like in this direction. Okay, the rotor will move in this position. So at the same time this coil will be excited. Whenever this coil is excited, at the same time this coil and this coil, so this will attract this coil, this will attract this coil. Okay, immediately. So when this coil is excited, the rotor will move some position here. Okay, after that रोटर पोजीशन चेंज होता है, तो इमीडिएटली क्या हो जाएगा, ये पोल एक्साइट होगा, ये दिस कॉइल विल बी एक्साइटेड immediately. When this coil is excited, and it will attract this will attract this pole, and this will attract this pole. Is it clear? So after this coil is excited and this coil is excited. So whenever this coil is excited, the rotor teeth is moving towards like this. The rotor moving towards like this same way. And then this coil will be excited. This coil will be excited. Whenever this coil is excited, it will attract this rotor part, and it will attract this rotor part. Like the same way, the rotor is moving in this direction. Is it clear? समझ में आया क्या कुछ? Just I have given
Yes,
the
sir.
concept only. Just ये कॉइल एक्साइटमेंट होता जाता है, तो ये अट्रैक्ट होता है, ये रोटर टीथ्स, ये मैग्नेट विच आर प्लेस्ड ऑन द रोटर सर्किट. जैसे अट्रैक्ट होता है, ये मूविंग होता है. इज इट क्लियर? जैसे नॉर्थ पोल साउथ पोल अट्रैक्शन होता है, like the same way, when the coil is excited, it will act as a north pole. Okay, when the current is leaving through this coil is excited south pole. So this will attract these poles. Okay, so ultimately by switching the excitement of these coils, so the rotor is also rotates in the particular direction. Is it okay? Do you understand the operating principle? Just I have given the concept. Now I am not giving the total idea. Okay, so for giving the operating principle of this permanent magnet synchronous motor, so we have to discuss the construction, and we have to discuss the step-by-step operating principle. It will take much time, so here we are not going to discuss the operating principle. Okay. So next one is the three-phase AC induction motor. What is the fourth one?
Three-phase AC induction motor.
Three-phase AC induction motor. Okay, three-phase induction motor is having two parts, stator and rotor. Okay, stator and this is the rotor, and this is the stator. So it is also like a same other motors. The rotor is present inside of the motor, and the stator is present outside of the motor. Is it clear? So it is also having the stator winding and rotor winding. It is also having the stator winding as well as rotor winding. So here also but here we are giving the supply to the stator winding only. We are giving the supply to the stator winding only. So we are not giving any supply to the rotor winding. We are not giving any supply to the rotor winding. So, but how the rotor will rotate? Here the magnets are not present on the rotor circuit. Here the magnets are not present on the rotor circuit. Please keep it in your mind. Okay. So here the rotor is not having magnets. Only the rotor is having the winding. Just wait, just wait, just wait. Okay. So here the induction motor do not have the high starting torque like DC series motor under fixed voltage and fixed frequency operation. So, but this characteristic can be altered by using the various control techniques. So here the induction motor will not provide the high starting torque. Just wait, you are having some disturbance. Okay, so the induction motor is not having the high starting torque, but we can achieve the high starting torque by using some control techniques like field oriented control technique, like field oriented control techniques FOC, or variable voltage and variable frequency method. Okay, by using some control techniques we can achieve the high starting torque. Okay, due to the increasing of this technology, control technology, we can use the induction motor also in where the high starting torque is required. We can use the induction motor is also where the high starting torque is required. Okay, because the maintenance is less compared with the DC motors. The maintenance is less with the compared with the DC motors. Okay, and next one, the construction size of the induction motor is somewhat less than the DC motors because the commutators and brushes are not present. Maintenance is less, and uh, size of the induction motor is also less compared to the DC motors, and the cost of the induction motor is also less compared to the DC motor. Okay, so that's why the mostly some companies are trying to use the induction motor where the high starting torque is required because we have some technology to provide the high starting torque. Is it okay? Okay, so due to the increasing of technology, okay, by using variable voltage and variable frequency methods, field oriented control techniques, okay, we can achieve the high starting torque. So due to these technologies, we can use the induction motors in all industrial applications also. Okay, we can replace with the DC motors. We can replace with the DC motors because we have some advantages like efficiency of the induction motor is somewhat high than the DC motors. Cost of the induction motor is somewhat less than the induction DC motors. Okay, due to all these advantages, the induction motor we can give the prefer for the electric vehicles also. Okay, so it is also giving the 90 to 95 percentage efficiency. Okay, so presently the Tesla S model and Mahindra Reva E2O, they are using the induction motor in their electric cars. They are using the induction motor in their electric cars. It is clear. So Tata Motors also looking to use the induction motors. Tata Motors also looking to use the induction motor in their vehicles like trucks or buses or cars. Okay. At the same time, TVS Motors also using looking to use the induction motor in their two wheelers. Okay, two-wheeler electric scooters. Okay, because the induction motor is also can provide the high starting torque by using some technology, converter control technology. Okay, Tesla models, Mahindra company and Tata Motors and TVS Motors also looking to use the induction motors currently. Okay. Next one, the switch reluctance motors. Okay, switch reluctance motor is a category of variable reluctance motor with double silence. Switch reluctance motors are simple in construction, robust. Okay, the rotor of the switch reluctance motor is piece of laminated steel. Okay, piece of laminated steel with no windings or permanent magnets. But यहाँ पे क्या डिफरेंस है परमानेंट मैग्नेट सिंक्रोनस मोटर और स्विच रिलेक्टेंस मोटर का? The rotor part is totally laminated. It is not having any permanent magnets. It is not having any rotor windings. So that is the difference. Magnets भी नहीं रहता है. Okay, this makes the inertia of the rotor less, which helps in high acceleration. Okay, due to this absence of permanent magnets on the rotor, it will provide the high speed. Okay, it will provide the high speed. So wherever we require the high speed, so we can use the switch reluctance motors. Wherever we require the high speed, we can use the switch reluctance motors. Is it clear? So that is one of the main advantage of the switch reluctance motors. The biggest drawback of the switch reluctance motor is complexity in control. Control technique is very complex, very difficult. Okay, because the switching circuit is going to increase. Switching means एक कॉइल एग्जिट हो गया तो दूसरा कॉइल एग्जिटमेंट करना, दूसरा कॉइल एग्जिट हो तो दूसरा कॉइल एग्जिटमेंट करना. तो यहाँ पर क्या हो जाता है, कंट्रोल सर्किट डिजाइन करना कॉम्प्लेक्स है क्योंकि स्विचिंग करना पड़ता है, वन फेज दूसरा फेज, वन फेज दूसरा फेज, ऐसे. Clear? This is the one of the main drawback of the switch reluctance motor. So otherwise the switch reluctance motor is having some advantages, okay, because it will provide the high speed. Okay, so simple what we can conclude from these motors. Initially we are using the DC motors. Initially we are using the DC motors in 18th century, 19th century, because we are not having any technology. We are not having any technology. So, but by increasing the technology, so we can we are going to shift the using the brushless DC motors and induction motors, because induction motors and brushless DC motor having some advantages than the DC motors in order to maintenance, repairing, and the size of the motors, and the cost of the motors, efficiency of the motors. Due to all these parameters, so we are going to shifting the technology. Okay, we are going to use the induction motors and brushless DC motors and some permanent magnet synchronous motors. Clear? So mostly we are using the brushless DC motor in two-wheeler bikes, two-wheeler electric bikes, and four-wheelers में इलेक्ट्रिक कार्स और बसेस और ट्रक्स में क्या यूज करते हैं अपन? इंडक्शन मोटर और परमानेंट मैग्नेट सिंक्रोनस मोटर. So this is the final conclude what we can give the conclusion from these topics. Is it okay? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, बसेस और ट्रक्स में परमानेंट मैग्नेट सिंक्रोनस मोटर और इंडक्शन मोटर यूज करते हैं, और टू व्हीलर बाइक्स में ब्रशलेस डीसी मोटर वी आर गिविंग मोस्टली प्रेफरेंस, वी आर यूजिंग. ओके, दिस इज द कंक्लूजन ऑफ द from all these motors. Okay, this is the I have given the some comparison table. Okay, brush DC motors. Okay, advantages and disadvantages. Is it clear? So go through these tables, we can easily understand. Okay. Okay.